I have something to tell you.
Yes, doctor.
I am become Barbie, destroyer of land.
Pardon me, Rob. We're live.
Oh, hey, we are live. Hello everybody. Welcome back to a very special episode of All That in a Glass of Water.
Baby,
I'm your
it's
host,
special.
Trevor.
I'm your other host, Barbenheimer.
Whoa.
I changed my name for this episode. I got
That's
it
right.
legally changed to Barbenheimer.
Legally.
Yep.
I suggested that one of us take Barbie, the other take Oppenheimer, but Lily said, no, I want both.
I want both. I changed my last name to Oppenheimer also. So I am 3/4 Oppenheimer, a 1/4 Barbie.
Is that how you feel about these films, too?
No, it was, there was no funny last name in Barbie. So I had to do Oppenheimer as the full last name.
Yeah. So if you haven't guessed, we both saw, not together because we're in different latitudes right now, and longitudes probably.
I'm right above you.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
We both saw the Barbie and Oppenheimer today, but we did it slightly differently, right? Because I saw Oppenheimer first and then Barbie. And you did the opposite, right?
That's right. I did the Barbie followed by Oppenheimer.
Wow. So you have Oppenheimer. You know, when you got on the call today, I thought you looked really depressed. And it makes sense. Let's talk about Barbie first, since we're already talking about it. Sure,
first, can we talk about the whole phenomenon?
Oh, yeah, sure. The Barbenheimer phenomenon, yeah.
Yeah. Let's set the stage on Barbenheimer. If you haven't been keeping up, Senator Dianne Feinstein tweeted about Barbenheimer, probably. It was a big thing. Pretty weird. It does seem like this is the first time two movies have ever come out on the same day in all of history.
In all of history. They usually like to space it out pretty well, but they fucked up this time. Yeah.
It was a big scheduling mishap, and it turned out to be the most successful movie marketing campaign of all time.
Yeah, completely accidental. I watched a video saying that I guess Christopher Nolan used to work with WB or whoever the distributor was. But then once they started doing more stuff streaming, he was like, no, I don't want to do that. And he left, and they decided to release the Barbie movie on the same day as the Oppenheimer movie just to get back at him. But I guess that backfired.
It did, because half of my theater in Oppenheimer was pink, and the other half were like old people.
Yeah, a lot of old people in Oppenheimer.
Real war documentary.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of old people, which is fine. I guess they remember the bombing, so they want to relive that part of their lives.
Yeah, they wanted to go catch up with their old friend Oppy.
Yeah. They call him that in the movie, right? Oppy.
They do. Everybody's going around calling him Oppy.
His wife and other people.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Like the president. President's over here calling him a pet name. Bizarre.
Truman called him Oppy.
He might have. I don't remember.
It's nice to finally meet you, Oppy. Mr. Truman.
Thank you, sir.
So I hear that you're trying to stop this whole H-bomb thing from going on.
Sir, with all due respect, humanity has a new enemy. Barbie.
Barbie? Is that little doll toy that my daughter likes to play with?
You see, Mr. President, I, Robert Oppenheimer, discovered Barbie came to the real world.
What?
And I intend to use our full nuclear arsenal to defeat this enemy. There's no time to develop a new bomb. We have to drop them now.
Oppy, that is completely ridiculous. Barbie is a fictional toy doll, and I just cannot believe that she could come to the real world. That's just ridiculous.
Mr. President, I'm taking charge. I'm initiating military rule, and I, as the Chief General of the United States military, thanks to my friend Matt Damon, will be taking over this office. You can leave.
Oh, what the hell? They're taking me out.
Yep. Great work, boys.
What the? Hey,
take him to my penthouse. Let him stay in my bathroom.
I'm gonna get you back for this, Oppy. You fucking crybaby.
We're bombing every major metropolitan area. We don't know where she's hiding. So let's talk about Barbie.
Yeah, let's talk about Barbie.
Let's talk about the hit film Barbie.
And it is a hit film. There were so many. The Oppenheimer theater was not packed, but the Barbie theater was pretty much full.
Mine was the opposite. It may be because I saw Barbie at 10:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. But the IMAX theater, only like 3 hours later, was filled to the brim.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Huh.
It was weird.
I guess I also saw Oppenheimer earlier in the day. It wasn't like the evening yet. But it was, yeah. Anyways, Barbie was packed. A lot of pink in there. I was not wearing pink. I was wearing green. I felt really out of place. I got out of this movie like an hour ago. Maybe less than that. Definitely less than that. So this is still fresh in my head. But I gotta say, I liked it. What were your thoughts on Barbie? You've had more time to mull on it.
I quite enjoyed Barbie. I had a good time. Very funny little film. Funny movie. I guess I haven't seen like a comedy in a while. The only comedies I've seen recently are like action movies that dabble in comedy, which almost always ends up just being worse than like a straight comedy or straight action. I forgot what it's like to like laugh a lot at a movie. It was really funny. Some good jokes in there. Also really wanted me to cry, and it did succeed several times.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, which isn't like that impressive for me, because I cried in The Flash. So like
okay. Yeah, that's a fairly low bar. It didn't make me cry. I'll say. Maybe that's because I was still depressed from Oppenheimer, though. I don't know.
Exactly. That's why I did my order.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect to be depressed after Barbie going into Oppenheimer, but that is the mood that Christopher Nolan intended for you to enter with.
True. I liked that Barbie didn't go, like, it didn't delve into the exact mechanics of how the like Barbie land works. It was like left somewhat vague. They say it has to do with like emotions and like how the toy is being played with. But they don't there's no like exact science to it, I guess, which I think helps. One, I guess, not make it confusing, then also like sort of build the message of the film, since it is like emotion based, if that makes sense.
Yeah, like I agree. I like how everyone in the real world is pretty down. Like, yeah, that's weird, but it's, that's a thing that could feasibly happen. It'd just be unlikely.
Yeah.
Whereas I'd be like, what? Margot Robbie's rollerblading? That's awesome. That would be my reaction if I saw Barbie out there in the real world. I'd be like, wow, I never thought I'd see her in person. That's pretty cool. So I like that the movie did that. It didn't. What if they did just have like extras, like, being like, is that Ryan Gosling?
Hey, I liked you in The Notebook, Ryan. That's him in The Notebook, right?
I don't think it was.
What?
Was Ryan Gosling in The Notebook?
Who is that in The Notebook?
You're thinking of it is what Ryan Gosling was in The Notebook? I haven't seen it, if I'm honest.
Yeah, neither have I. That's what I was guessing and I was hoping.
You not seen like La La Land?
I've seen La La Land. I
You
guess I
could've
could have
gone
said
for
La La Land.
a guaranteed Ryan Gosling movie. You took a chance. And I respect that.
I took a shot and I got it. I hit the target. So
I think it's pretty messed up that they let Ryan Gosling totally steal the show in the first ever movie about women.
Yeah.
Every scene my main man Ryan's in, he takes my breath away.
Yeah.
Really freaking funny, that guy.
He is. He was very fun. Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling are both very good actors. They're good actors, and they're also like very conventionally attractive, which is why I think they were very good picks for this movie. What is her name? Greta
Gerwig?
Yeah, Gerwig. Good job. Good movie. Good job picking the movie people.
Yeah. Hey, you killed it. Greta Gerwig. Hey, if
sure
you're listening.
we don't have to tell her that. She'll probably hear that next year at the Oscars.
Yeah. I was pretty upset in the guitar scene because I saw a little too much of myself in that.
Oh yeah.
But I do think it's important to embrace, my gender fluidity in that way, to be able to like wear makeup and dresses and also be way too proud of like the little bit of guitar playing ability that I have, and happy to show that off to anyone who will listen for a second.
Right. What did you think about, what kind of message did you think Barbie was trying to send to the young women of America?
Just be yourself.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, don't.
No.
I mean, kind of. Like, you don't have to be perfect.
Like, I'll throw my dad under the bus because he had the stereotypical man response of being like, good movie. Little heavy-handed. Little heavy-handed on the message there. But, yeah, it's an inspiring flick, I think, is why I cried so much. And it was, like, big about that, which is cool. I like that they committed to it. Of also, like, the comedy at the end didn't undermine the big message about women being worn down by patriarchy. That's pretty cool that they went all out on that. Thank you, Greta. Thank you, Margot. You've all inspired me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn to wear high heels now. I'm smashing my guitar.
and putting on high heels.
Yeah, I'm doing what Greta asked.
There you go. I thought, I don't remember her name now for some reason. It's the SNL person.
Kate McKinnon?
Yeah, I thought she was very well cast as the weird Barbie.
That's true.
Because sometimes she's in movies and I'm like, and she just like feels almost like the same to me. But I thought, like, I saw her as the weird Barbie and I was like, yeah, this is the role that she was meant for. Because she is like weird. That's like part of her thing. So.
Yeah. No, she's weird as hell. I like Michael Cera in this flick.
Yeah.
He was a pretty funny little guy.
He was. And I guess all the Barbies we saw in the movie were real at some point or another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my understanding. It was almost like the Spider-Verse of people into dolls, you know? Like if you're big into dolls, this will be like your end game.
yeah, kind of. Exactly. Yeah.
I think they should have put Timothée Chalamet in it.
You think? Who would Timothée Chalamet have played?
He should have been cast instead of Will Ferrell.
Yeah, as the CEO.
Yeah.
Young man CEO.
What if it was like everyone on the board was played by Timothée Chalamet in like different suits? Just put a little bit of like surrealism in there.
Right.
You know?
Well, how could there be women on the board? We're all Timothy Chalamet.
It's like the character is Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
He's like,
That would have been cool.
Timothy 17, don't you need to be shooting Dune right now? He's like, of course, my bad. And he runs away.
Yeah.
And they bring a new one in to fill his place.
Yeah, he runs out, then another one. They unbox a different Timothy Chalamet.
Yeah.
I'm confused. At the point in the movie where they're about to put Barbie in the box, like what happens to her after that?
I forgot about that. I don't know. I guess they were just gonna kind of put her there.
Just to contain her?
Yeah. And then she goes down the room. She meets God. For real. For realsies. She does meet
Her God. Her creator.
Which is pretty cool.
And later in the movie, Will Ferrell's like, oh yeah, she has a ghost on the 17th floor. Like it just exists.
Like, I love that they have rooms with presumably more than one ghost. Because they built her this little ghost box.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
I hear they also have Nixon in there.
They keep Nixon down there what's his room like?
It's a big Oval Office. He's still in his mind. He's still president.
Every day, like an intern has to bring him new documents about the war, because he thinks he's still commanding people.
Yeah, it's really sad. That's the one right next to the Barbie creators room. So it's a good thing Barbie didn't enter that one accidentally. That would have been a very different scene.
Yeah, it's true. Who the hell are you? I'm trying to escape Timothy. Timothy number 16's after me, sir. Can you help me?
I have to fight a war in Vietnam. I don't have time for this kind of baby child girl crap. Get out of here.
Can I sign something? Can I sign a war declaration?
Don't touch anything.
Oh no, I slipped. Oh gosh. Here I go signing. Uh-oh.
No. Oh, what's that?
War against the South. Civil War II. Oh no, what have I done?
This is terrible. You've caused another rift in this country, Miss Barbie. Well,
Whoopsie.
You have to help me end this terrible, terrible war, Barbie.
And then Barbie has to do the Gettysburg Address too.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool if they made that movie instead.
Yeah.
It's like Timothy Chalamet wants to keep Civil War II going, but Nixon and Barbie team up to stop it.
Yeah. That's a Union soldier Barbie.
Yeah. Speaking of Union, by the way, is it unethical for us to record this?
Why? Because I'm not part of the Writers Guild of America.
Just on like a philosophical level, you know, because we're making this is like replacement for like all that great stuff that the members of SAG-AFTRA and the WGA are working on. So we're basically crossing the picket line right now. Is what I'm saying.
Is that the case?
Hey, let's do a conversation reading the full script of like a movie, and we also like act it, and I'm gonna bring a couple of cameras in.
Okay. Now this could be interesting.
Edit it and put it in a movie theater. But it's still an episode of our podcast. Right.
But it's just like it's pre-written and we're not ourselves at any point.
Yeah. No, it's Aaron Sorkin's new one about he's doing one about Dunkin' Donuts.
Yes, the Dunkin' film. Is this where movies are going? It's all going to be branded stuff now.
Yeah.
Are they going to have like a McDonald's, the McDonald's movie?
Have you seen The Founder?
I've seen The Founder.
It's a good McDonald's movie. Hey, they killed it.
I don't think it supports McDonald's though. I think it's somewhat anti-McDonald's.
No, but I do think I ate McDonald's after it because it made me think about it.
Yeah, that's true. It's not really. Yeah. I mean, like, fuck it. It's still gonna exist without me, I guess. So, um, I took a class my freshman year about the McDonaldization of society and how
Oh,
rational systems. This is a sociology class. Rational systems become like irrational over time or something like that. Um, and yeah, that's why I watched the Founder, because I was taking that class and I was like, oh, I want to know why and how.
movie always makes me think about milkshakes.
True. True. They have real milkshakes again at McDonald's, right? They stopped doing the powder stuff.
Oh, did they?
I'm pretty sure there's like there's a thing at the end of the movie. It's just like a text where it's like eventually McDonald's started using regular milk again.
Oh man.
You wanted the fake stuff.
Because every time I drink a McDonald's milkshake, I'm like, wow, now this is peak human innovation.
Right,
This
you
is
see it
what
as
Dr. Oppenheimer fought for.
that's progress.
Yeah, and it's sad to see us go back like that.
Yeah. Speaking of Oppenheimer, what did you think of that movie?
I have more thoughts on this movie. I think it's because I liked it a little bit less.
Okay.
But I had a good time in Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
What did you think about Robbie O's Big Adventure?
Robbie O's. See, I think maybe I liked Oppenheimer a little bit more. I feel like they're very different movies. But like Oppenheimer gave me chills, you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought I couldn't like hear well, and maybe it was just the theater I was in at some points, because I was in the PDX, which is like the IMAX of Stone theaters.
Okay.
There's a lot more communism in the movie, or at least talk of communism, than I was expecting. Certainly.
Barbie only had like one name drop of communism. Pretty weak showing for the Communist Party in Barbie. They came out full force in Oppenheimer, which is great to see.
Exactly. I liked it. I didn't expect to see Albert Einstein either, but he was in there.
This was the end game of like kind of lame history students, lame physics students. Like,
physicists.
I know who Fermi is. Oh my god, they got him in this.
They talked about Heisenberg. It was like, oh, I'm going to go meet Heisenberg, and I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Fucking Walter White is in this movie? What?
No fucking way. I hope there's a cameo from Jesse.
Yeah. What's the actor's name? Why can't I think of it right now?
Of which Bryan Cranston.
Bryan Cranston, yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been cool if they got him for Heisenberg.
That'd be pretty funny. He could like wink at the camera. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
There was a mention of the Halifax explosion, which I talked about before on here. It was the biggest man-made explosion prior to the atomic bomb. Happened 2 miles from my theater in my showing here. And when they said that, the audience like cheered.
They were like, yeah, that's us.
That's us. Everyone was very excited about a Halifax mention up here in Nova Scotia, Halifax, Nova Scotia.
What's the biggest explosion period? I guess like the sun, but not counting like that kind of stuff. Like Krakatoa, I guess.
Huh. I don't know. I feel like a nuclear bomb probably still is it. Like on Earth.
Yeah.
I bet, like, I don't know, Tsar Bomba or whatever the biggest H-bomb we have is now. I know I've talked on this pod before about my deep nuclear anxiety. This is going to make it worse.
Yeah. Yeah.
I kept thinking the whole movie just about how much cancer they all have now. And nobody knew. That's terrifying. Like, when they were placing those plutonium bricks and stuff, I was like, oh god. I imagined the irradiated neutrons just blasting right through my body. Horrible.
Really awful. Yeah. I don't know how I felt about the switching back and forth between like the the past, I guess, and like the present with the, even though it's still in the past, obviously. It wasn't like the live hearings of Oppenheimer intercut with his story. But yeah, I don't know.
It's a different experience every movie because it is a live feed of hearings with his coffin.
They exhumed him. Family not happy about it, but they did it anyways.
They were in my theater actually, and they were fuming.
Oh yeah, they were mad.
They did laugh at a couple jokes though. They still had a good time.
That's nice. That's good for them. Yeah, I don't know, because I mean, it eventually like caught up to it, and it was fine. I guess it kind of worked at some points. I was confused, and maybe I would understand on like a rewatch, but I was confused by the decision to make like some parts of it black and white, and others in color. I didn't get that fully.
Especially because there were like 3 or 4 time periods that jump between, and only one was black and white. So it kind of seems like all of the in color parts would be linear, but they're not. It still jumps around. That was confusing. Yeah, I'm with you.
I thought, because at some parts when it was like the black and white turned to color, I thought maybe it was like a perspective thing, because sometimes it's like Strauss's perspective, and I think maybe those were the parts that were black and white. And then when it's Oppenheimer's perspective, they're in color. Thought maybe that was it, but I have to watch the movie again to see if that like tracks throughout.
Yeah. Oof, gotta watch that movie again, huh? This isn't gonna be one of the ones that I see twice very quickly, because a 3-hour movie is my rule where I get mad.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy. The last 2 movies I've seen with Robert Downey Jr. have been 3 hours. Were Endgame and now Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
So, both about large battles.
It's true.
And sacrifices. Whether moral or physical.
Both got Thanos in it, surprisingly.
Shockingly.
Both feature a fight against Thanos, the Mad Titan, which was pretty cool to see Oppy do that.
Yeah. I liked when Truman invited Oppenheimer in and said that there was no way that Thanos could have the atomic bomb.
Yeah. And Oppy's like, Mr. President, you don't understand. The Power Stone, it contains the power of 1,000 atom bombs.
And then, of course, the part that really gave me chills was like the Truman. No,
okay.
What am I thinking?
It's a different scene that I was thinking you were going to say.
Not Truman. I have Truman on the brain for some reason.
Yeah.
I used to like Truman kind of, but now I have lost a lot of respect for that guy.
This movie changed your opinion on Truman.
It did a little bit. I don't know much about Truman, but
from what I know, he was an asshole to Bobby D. Robbie O, I mean.
Yeah.
He was a jerk to Robert De Niro.
Okay, now I fucking hate Truman. Fuck him. I don't care if he got us through the end of that war. No, the scene, of course, I'm talking about the scene between Oppenheimer and Einstein, which we see towards the beginning of the movie, and then we finally see what happens at the end, where he's like, oh, you know that chain reaction we were worried might destroy the world? And Albert Einstein goes, yeah. And then Oppenheimer goes, I think we might have started it. He doesn't say it like that. It's done much more tastefully.
Yeah.
But that was cool. Oh, shit.
Yeah, and then the whole theater blew up, and it was like, whoa, they really did it, didn't they?
Yeah. Man, I can't believe, I mean, huge respect to Christopher Nolan for killing so many people in the theaters just to prove that point.
That's
But,
why
you
we
know-
go see IMAX, to really live the movie.
Yeah. I don't have any eyebrows now.
No.
They're gone. Singed off. I was gonna shave when I got home. Don't have to now.
Hey, thanks, Chris.
Yeah. I do also have very bad burns that probably won't heal. But what can you do?
Think about the scars on Oppy's heart, and then you don't feel so bad.
Yeah.
Can
That
we?
guy's, He's super dead, right?
Oh yeah, dead as a doornail.
What a strange expression.
Well, can you think of anything less alive than a doornail?
I don't know. This computer, anything that isn't living. It's not like doornails. Like there's definitely if you put it under a microscope, there are some bacteria on that doornail.
That is a super clean doornail.
Yeah. That has been well, if you use like an antibacterial wipe, that's still 99.9% of germs. There's a little bit left on there.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, there's a little bit of the soul left in Robbie O. So it's like he's dead as a doornail. He's 99.9% dead.
True.
There's a tiny bit left in him. I also feel like emotionally doornails are like a really dead thing. Like a computer feels kind of alive.
True. Yeah.
But a doornail, like if I see that on the ground, there's no chance I'm thinking about life.
What if it has a little bit of blood on it? That means it was used to kill someone.
That's a good point. That is what that means. Could mean nothing else, I guess.
Someone died because of that doornail.
How long is the doornail? I don't think you're guaranteed death from a doornail wound.
Let's see.
What are you gonna look up?
No, you would die. I think you're
You
dead.
looked up, would you die from a doornail wound?
I just looked up doornail. And they seem pretty large. Like if someone like tapped that into your skull, you'd be dead. Or at least
That's
like
fair.
you would like forget half the words you know. You know?
Yeah.
Like
No, one of those two outcomes for sure. Can we talk about that one scene? Robbie O and don't know the character's name. Florence Pugh's character have a little bit of sex.
there's a little bit of sex in the film, yes.
There's a little bit of sex that in the film. That scene sticks out to me for two reasons. One of which I will not get into. The other one being
Okay.
that was so silly. That little thing they did. It was like it was written by a PhD student who fell asleep and had a really lame wet dream about like immediate pausing sex really abruptly and going and getting like a textbook and then hey, sexily translate this. And also just happening to randomly flip to his famous quote, which implies he picked that one during the bombing because he remembered that time he had sex.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I would like to read the book on his life that this was based on and see if like there's any like backing for that, or if Christopher Nolan was just like taking some liberties.
Yeah, there's no way. I was reading, this is the first sex scene there's ever been in a Christopher Nolan movie. I don't think he's had it. I think it had to mostly be the actors informing that one. And he wrote this in the script, and they did their best to make it like anything that could happen in real life.
Yeah.
But that he does say destroy our worlds like as he repenetrates, which is pretty funny that they went with that.
I am become death, destroyer of this pussy.
Yeah, he said that. They made Cillian Murphy say that on camera. It was crazy.
Jesus Christ.
So it's fucked up that he chose that quote because he remembered that pussy, and he was like, "Why did the bomb remind him of that?" What about that experience related to, or did he really connect in his brain to what he very well could have thought was the full ignition of the atmosphere?
Yeah.
He didn't know yet if everyone on Earth was about to die.
Yeah.
He was like, that was the best pussy I've ever had.
Now, I was told by my brother before going to the movie that sex scene was going to be 15 minutes long. That's what I was told. And I was so disappointed when it ended. And I was like, what the fuck? That was not nearly that long.
That'd be wild if this was a 3-hour and 15-minute movie because they had to put 15 extra minutes of that. Because he translates more of the book while they have sex.
Yeah.
He's reading like a full passage.
Yeah. I liked... Well, I got confused when he was in the... for like a second, I got confused when he was in the hearing and like it panned past the guy and he was completely naked. Yeah. And then she was like riding him.
Yeah.
And then I understood. Yeah. It's like, it's weird that they made him strip down like that. I understand they're kind of stripping him of his like reputation, but I didn't know they were going to strip him of his clothes too.
Right. And how'd she get in here?
Yeah. This is a closed hearing.
Movies treatment of women pretty fucking bad. Don't want to make too much light of that, even though it was a funny as hell scene. Chris, do better, man, because you can't have that be the longest scene this woman's in, and the other two are about how she's killing herself because old Robbie O, the only man or human she's ever spoken to, doesn't like her anymore.
Yeah.
Could do better on that front.
Yeah, definitely could have been better characterized. Because she was a communist. She liked Robert Oppenheimer, and that's all we know about her, I guess.
Those are the two things.
She has nice breasts. We know that now.
Yeah, she doesn't like flowers from the aforementioned Robert Oppenheimer, so that's not really a new thing, is it?
Yeah.
Yep, about it.
That's all.
And all we know about the other woman is she is a wife to a couple different men. And alcoholism. Because of the aforementioned Robert.
Yes. It can get pregnant, I guess. I don't know.
He's capable of pregnancy. Put that, they're making like, Chris is trying to defend his movie and he's like, she's a well-rounded character. Did you see her get pregnant twice?
Yes, Chris, but that's not, that's not really a defining character trait. That's just like a biological like function. Just something that happens.
I feel like you don't understand. She and Robert Oppenheimer,
yes,
a man, had sex a minimum of 2 times. So at least 2 events that happened in her life. 3
right,
even, because one time she had a drink on camera. What more do you want from me?
I don't know. Like you mentioned, she's a biologist one time, and then that is never brought up again.
Well, what's she supposed to say about it? What's that have to do with child rearing or kissing Robert Oppenheimer?
Well, maybe she has like a particular interest, like a particular animal, or like a particular subsection of animals that she's interested in.
It's that'd be humans, because that is what Robert Oppenheimer is.
Right. Yeah. No, that's great, Chris.
Thank you.
And
I got a whole bunch of these to do. What else you got?
So Florence Pugh.
Yeah. Who?
She has Florence Pugh.
Is she like a fan?
No, she's an actor in your movie that you made.
Which movie?
Oppenheimer, the one that just came out, that is
Oppenheimer.
It's doing really well. Yeah, Oppenheimer.
Who does she play?
You're
sure she's in this movie?
I'm positive. I saw it.
Okay.
Actually, a lot of her is in the movie. She has sex with
Sex
Yeah.
girl. We just called her Sex Girl on set.
Okay, well that seems diminutive and a little bit sexist maybe.
They told me it wasn't. My legal team, all men, they told me it was chill. So
Right.
I'm clear. I don't know what your problem is. But what about Sex Girl?
I was just wondering why, like in terms of her characterization, she would stop having sex and pick up just a random book in the middle of it. What was she thinking in that moment?
Thinking. Like that thing Robert Oppenheimer does a lot?
Yeah, no, the thing he does that everyone does. What was she thinking?
I think kind of the idea for her character was she doesn't really have that.
She doesn't have that.
Yeah, yeah, she doesn't have that, actually. So good. Next question. She doesn't have that.
Wow.
Thank you, Chris, for coming onto the pod today.
Yeah.
We loved having you.
I think I'm gonna see Oppenheimer again eventually. I'll probably see Barbie again too.
Yeah. Will you do the double feature again?
Maybe if I do it the other way, that might be interesting.
That'd be fun. See what it's like.
Yeah.
In the reverse direction.
Yeah. I am glad I ended with Barbie though, because it was a little bit more, I don't know, uplifting, fun. It was nice to see. I went with a few friends. It was nice to see it with them. Packed theater. Actually, okay, let's talk about, because I don't know how the theater experience has been for you recently. You see more movies in theaters than me. But like nowadays, everyone's on their goddamn phones. Everyone's talking.
Yeah.
Has to say something.
The person behind me in Barbie, honestly, not even a complaint. She was just very good at vocalizing her emotions. Ryan Gosling said something like bad. The movie knows it's bad, and she was like, "Oh no!" she was like, "Hell yeah!" When Barbie said something cool, and I was like, you know what? She knows what she's thinking at all times, and that's awesome.
And that's good. She's commenting on the film, but sometimes people will comment to each other about things completely unrelated to the film.
Yeah, not good.
And that's annoying. There's a group of people behind us. Wouldn't stop chattering the whole movie. They were like scrolling Instagram and stuff. And I was like, what the hell? Why'd you pay $7.50 to come into this theater and watch this movie if you're just going to be doing that the whole time?
Right. Which movie was this?
This was the Barbie movie.
Okay. What gender were these people, if you had to guess? Because if they were men, they better sit their asses down and listen.
They were women.
Okay, so they get up. What are you complaining about?
Right, you're right. You know what?
They can do whatever they want in the Barbie movie.
You're right.
That's the rule.
I should sit my ass down.
You should have thanked them for letting you sit there.
You're right. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, I was trying to learn the feminist message, and now I'm a raging sexist because they wouldn't shut the fuck up.
You know what? That's fair.
Those girls wouldn't shut the fuck up.
Now, can you play a Matchbox 20 song?
A what?
That's what the I'm gonna push you around. Well, I will. Sorry, it's been stuck in my head all day because of Barbie.
Oh, yeah.
Barbie ruined my life. I had to go learn Unwell by Matchbox 20 on the guitar after I got home.
That's the song
No, Unwell's a different one, but I just like it more. So I was like, I'll put my own little spin on it,
I see. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a little annoying when I see people checking their texts and I can't take my eyes off that while Oppenheimer is trying to explain quantum theory to people,
Right. It's because they They don't do the thing where they have a character from the movie show up first and tell you to put your phone away. So I really need Oppenheimer to come out and be like, hello, you're here to see the most important human invention in the history of the world. The cell phones will interact with the nuclear bomb I built, me, Robert Oppenheimer, and set it off early. So make sure you put those away. Thanks for watching my movie. And I am become death, destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, that would have been helpful. Because like they used to say that before the movie started, even if it was just like a generic thing. But I don't see them do that anymore. Like they just don't have that.
Yeah,
they just don't do it.
Now they do like, thanks for coming to the theater.
Yeah,
seeing movies on the big screen the way God intended.
Yeah,
it's like, I'm already here. You don't gotta advertise that to me anymore. Exactly. You got me.
I think movie theaters have 30 years left, and then they're gone for good.
Yeah,
that's my guess.
I like a good theater though. I think you're probably right, but I am gonna be bummed when that happens.
No, it'll be sad, but I mean, I don't know. Like if I have to deal with that shit while I'm in the movies, like I'd rather just watch a movie at my house where I know that I'm not gonna check my phone, or if I do, I'm gonna pause the movie and then check my phone and then go back to the movie. There was this. I wasn't sure whether to bring this up or not, but there was one at the end of Oppenheimer. There was a woman and some man who were yelling at some other guy because I guess he told her to like put her phone away, but she was checking her blood pressure on it. Which I don't know. Like, yeah, fair. Don't like die. You know, that's good. You didn't die during the movie. They probably would have stopped it, and I would have had to see it a different time.
Yeah. Can we
but
keep
also,
this
like,
rolling?
The paramedics are in there. They're doing CPR. And I'm like, oh, God, they really have to fucking do this here now?
The paramedics can get a free ticket to the movie. Like, they want to watch this too. Hit play.
No, but, like, I don't know. They were getting, like, so angry, and the guy who said the thing was, like, being apologetic about it. But I think it's a very reasonable thing to ask someone to like not use their phone while in the middle of a film, you know? So, I don't know.
Yeah.
Bit of a moral quandary. Not much of a moral quandary because she needs to check her blood pressure. But I don't think she should have gotten so mad about it.
That's fair. Just an awkward situation. I think I would never be bold enough to say something to somebody, which I think was the first mistake there. You just gotta live with the annoying people.
Yeah.
Is my stance. Route of appeasement, much like the Allied powers at the beginning of World War II, to the dismay of Robbie O.
Yeah. Fucking people were like, there were like alarms going off in the film too.
Really?
It's like you didn't turn off your alarms before this.
Yeah, that's pretty weird.
It's just so annoying, but whatever. We've talked about Barbenheimer this whole time.
It's the Barbenheimer special.
It is.
We should quickly review some water because we've been going for a while.
Oh, yeah.
I have some water that I put some plutonium in. Do you have anything else we could drink?
I have an old melted Wendy's thing that used to have Fanta in it, but now it's melted ice.
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right.
Wow. Sounds just like the Coca-Cola commercial that aired before both my movies.
Yeah. What was your theater like company?
I was at Cinemark Theaters. I think it's a Canadian brand.
Okay. This has a little bit. I can taste the Fanta just a little bit. So it's like hint of orange. Otherwise, good water. They must be using solid ice cubes over there at Wendy's. I would give this a 3.5 out of 5 thirsty points. Yeah. If you're ever at Wendy's, ask for a cup of ice and then wait.
Yeah. Ask it. They hand it to you, and you say, "I'll take it liquid." And they say, "Oh, you want a cup of water?" And you say, "No, you hold on to that." And then if they try to set it down, you say, "Nope, keep that in your hand." And
Yep.
they hold it until the body heat from their hand melts all the ice, and then they can hand it to you.
And
it's
this is
still
in
a
the
free water
drive-thru.
cup.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a whole row of cars behind you. It's wrapped around.
Going back onto the highway.
Yeah.
Like,
Um,
because this person has cold hands. They're anemic. So it's not
so it
warm
takes a
enough
while.
fast.
um,
And that's the water you drank today.
yeah, that is. But then you pay for the meal for the person behind you, and you get a pay it back chain going.
Mm-hmm. But then they're doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And Wendy's is closed by the time theirs is done.
But the employees have to stay because they got to get all the orders out that are already taken. So, but they're making okay money. They're making $13-14 an hour.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the writer's strike made Wendy's stop paying their employees.
Oh no, they were. Well, that's awful.
They said, for every day the strike continues, we're going to stop paying a fast food employee. It's not even like, I don't know how they got that deal with Wendy's, the folks over there at like Disney, but it's pretty fucked up what they're doing.
I don't even think that's legal.
Yeah.
Got to be some sort of OSHA violation there.
Ooh.
Oh my God. Lily, are you a ghost? What's wrong?
Yes, I'm a ghost. I died because my knowledge weighed down my brain too damn much for too damn long.
Oh my God. Let's see if we can resurrect you with a question, maybe.
I'm back. My
Hey,
body's
that's great.
returned.
Let's read that question so you don't die again and return to the realm of the dead.
That's a good idea. That place sucks. We got another question from the Reddit advice column, r
That's
slash
right.
advice they call it. This
God,
week.
I love Reddit.
This one. Yeah.
God, I love it so much.
Okay, that's cool. That's funny. That's awesome. Did Jesus kill anyone? I'm a Christian, and the other day I was hanging out with my friends, and we were talking about when the rapture would happen. None of my friends are religious, and my friends thought it was stupid and stuff. And one of my friends said, in the Bible it says thou shalt not kill. But Jesus killed people in the Bible, and now I'm confused. I've never heard of him killing anybody, and I can't find anywhere in the Bible that says so neither. Can anyone tell me if they know? So our question is, did Jesus kill anyone?
Just from what was the last part? The neither part?
I can't find anywhere in the Bible that says so neither.
That sounds very Southern to me. I think this person is from the deep South.
Perhaps.
Which is fine. But I don't think Jesus killed anyone in the Bible. I think that'd be pretty off message if he did. Wouldn't be a smart PR move, certainly.
No. And that was really his whole thing. He was more like a marketer for his dad than anything.
Yeah. I feel like if he did kill anyone, he resurrected Lazarus and himself. So he's still like one up,
Right, if he only killed one person.
Yeah.
But we don't know how many people Jesus potentially did kill. Because in my education of the Bible, I kind of got his birth and then like a couple weeks before he died. And then everything in the middle there is pretty blurry for me personally.
Mm-hmm.
So for all I know, he went on a spree at some point in there.
And then God was like, hey, son, stop. You got to stop.
Yeah.
This is not okay. I said a while ago that you can't do this. Maybe there's just some nepotism there, and God was maybe okay with Jesus killing people.
Yeah.
That's possible.
He's like, God's like a little disappointed. He's like, Jesus, we talked about not killing people. He's like, Dad, I'll make some fucking fish later. I'll duplicate the fish later. It's fine.
Yeah. So more people will live.
Yeah.
I don't think Jesus killed anyone, though. I don't remember hearing about that ever. Also, the rapture is such a weird idea.
It's crazy.
Because it's not in the Bible. It doesn't say that, at least not explicitly.
Oh, they came up with that?
Yeah, there's some crazy stuff in what's the last book of it called?
Deathly Hallows.
Yeah, in the Deathly Hallows, they got some crazy stuff going on. Revelation. They got some crazy stuff in Revelation about like a big war between God and something and whatever.
Right.
But it never says that like all the believers will be disappeared. And all those. I guess maybe there's. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not a biblical scholar. Whatever. Just a weird idea in general that a bunch of people would disappear all of a sudden if they're good and kind of heart or whatever the fuck it is.
And if I was thinking this when I saw a sign about like the rapture is coming. Do you have your ticket booked? It was like a picture of a plane. And it was like, the rapture is scheduled soon. Better check what seat you're in or something.
Yeah.
And like, if you're excited for the rapture, you're definitely not getting raptured, right? Because it's all about like, we're all going to go up there and you're all going to be down here getting eaten by frogs or whatever the plan is. And if you're really hyped for that, I don't think that's one of the qualities that lets you go up there.
Right.
So surely everyone who deserves to be raptured should be fighting for it not to happen.
Right. They should be anti-rapture.
Yeah.
And like help people out on Earth, just in case like you don't disappear or none of us disappear, or it's all fake, you know?
Yeah.
Just in case that happens. Well, today's the day.
Is it, Pa? Are we going to the big hole in the sky?
We're all going up to the big hole in the sky.
Yay!
God's gonna reach down his hand and pluck us out individually. And then we're gonna live the rest of eternity by his side, eating the holy fruit.
But Daddy...
Yes?
You know how all my classmates are gonna get stung by scorpions and whatnot?
Oh, yes. Your dirty, dirty classmates all having sex and doing drugs and all that kind of thing. You're gonna have to... Yeah. What about those fuckers?
I feel a little bad about them.
You feel bad?
I feel a little bit upset that they're all gonna be having to swim in the poison pit. You said, to swim in the poison pit for 100-meter yards.
Kid, don't feel bad. That's what they deserve. You know, they deserve.
They're my friends, and they have cool, good sex.
I don't care how good their sex is. Okay, they're not wed. They're not going up there. Now, me and your mother, before she joined that cult organization, we had married sex. It was okay in the eyes of the Lord, and that's why me and you, we get to go up there and join him.
Pa, what about all those people Jesus killed? Will he get raptured?
Jesus killing people? Now, where did you hear some blasphemy like that?
My teacher told me Jesus killed people. She's also a member of the Communist Party.
Oh my God, a fucking commie. Holy shit. Thank God you're getting raptured today. I wouldn't leave you in that class for one more goddamn second.
The rapture's happening for sure today, Pa?
For sure today, that's right.
How do you know that?
Well, I heard it through the through these emails I get from God. He's been sending me messages, and he told me specifically, that it was today.
Pa!
Now, do you have your things packed?
That's the spam mailing list that my classmate made.
What?
He's been emailing people pretending to be God.
What?
Yeah, Pa.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. Did
Holy
you send God money
fuck.
again?
Oh my God, I did. Oh, sorry, God, I didn't mean that. I'm in such distress. You know, I already slaughtered all the cattle, and I sold the house. It's gone, and oh no, this is not good.
Well, I guess it's the scorpions for us.
I guess so.
Love you, Dad.
I think I might kill myself.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Maybe that was a little too far. But
no, that's perfect. That's a good button right there.
Yeah.
Every scene should end with "I think I might kill myself." Gosh, everybody, I'm so glad you came to listen to our episode about Barbenheimer.
It was a lot of. Whoa. Drop my mic. Fuck. It was a lot of fun. We're gonna release this episode along with 2 full recordings of Oppenheimer and the Barbie movie, in case you haven't seen it.
It's not copyright infringement because we dubbed it over in Pig Latin.
That's right. So if you speak Pig Latin, stick around.
Yep.
And you'll have, by God, just a fantastic time with our Pig Latin interpretation of these films. But where can they, if they want advice on the rapture or use of the atomic bomb, or your self-image, where can they send that to?
Yeah. Gosh, I just got a lot on my plate today.
Well, I can tell them if you yeah.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just, society expects a lot of me.
Oh, well, I can take it this time if you want. I wanted you to...
Whatever, let's throw one more thing on the pile. What's one more little responsibility?
No.
If you guys even care. If you even care about me or Trevor or anybody, you can email us at allthanaglassofwater@gmail.com or swipe up on Spotify and use the little advice section there to ask us a question. But, you don't have to. Don't feel pressured or anything.
But you would be just as bad as if you had used an atomic weapon.
Worse.
Equally bad. Worse, maybe, yeah.
Worse
probably,
even.
yeah.
I don't want to sugarcoat things. You're worse than Oppenheimer. You're worse than Truman.
Yeah. Join us next week where me and Lily will send each other our glasses through the mail and wear each other's prescriptions. But until then, I've been your host, Trevor.
What's up? I've been your other host, Lily.
Goodbye, everybody.
Sleep tight.
Barbie. Barbie movie.
The movie Barbie?
The film Barbie.